Sorry, are we waiting on me?
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Yes. Sorry. All right, I don't know how to do this. It's been a while. Okay. 3, 2, 1. The Disventure Dispatch is back for the very special penultimate episode, second to last ever of the podcast. Very sad. For transparency's sake, we got to see episode 20 a little early, so this should be a lot of fun. We have a full panel of guests this time. All 5 of us made it. I'm going to introduce them one by one with a very quick question. Tam, what is your favorite... What's your favorite video game? Very boring question. What's your favorite video game?
What? Oh, there's too many. Oh my god. Okay, right off the bat, I would have to say God of War. Yeah, the recent game.
Like the original? Oh, okay.
Well, overall, yeah. I'd say God of War.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just like the whole series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jenny, what about you? What's your favorite video? That's just gonna be my question. I'm sorry, it's really boring.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, yeah, my favorite video game of all time, a lot of people know this, it's Amori. I love Amori to death. It's one of the best things I've ever played, one of the best stories I've ever experienced. Y'all should check it out. Very fun RPG.
If you ever do it on a YouTube channel, I'd sub to that channel and give it a lot of Patreon money, all that stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, a certain goose playthrough, I don't know why geese came to mind, but
What about you, Marks? What's your favorite video game?
It is the entire Pokemon franchise, but I would say specifically Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I feel like it was the most that they could have done, and they need to rebuild that same magic in their new games.
Yeah, I love Mirror B. Is he from that game? I think he's from that game. And Imer, last host.
He definitely.
Oh, dang. I remember that. He had his good theme song. Last host, Imer, what about you? What's your favorite video game?
Alright, there's a lot of great ones. I think I gotta stay loyal to my favorite one of them all. I'd say Batman Arkham City.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Sticking with the DC.
That's pretty solid.
Chunkler. Yes.
And last, but certainly not least, we have our special guest for the episode. Give it up, everyone, for Joy, the voice of Allie.
Woo! Hey, everyone! Thank you so much for having me here.
Of course, it is an absolute pleasure to have you join the Disventure Dispatch. I'm curious, have you watched much Disventure Dispatch at all, or are you meeting a lot of us for the first time? It's totally okay, whichever. I'm just curious.
Well, I did try to do a little bit of my research and homework.
Right.
So I watched I think 2. And it seemed like a really fun little podcast you guys have going on.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm glad you did your research. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm glad to.
Yeah, no, these podcasts are very long, but they're a very silly time. But yeah, it's good to have you on one. Ow, I just knocked something over. But yeah.
What is your favorite video game, Joy?
Oh yeah.
Before we move on too far.
I think I'm a cozy gamer kind of girl, so I think Stardew Valley would probably be my top.
Ooh,
I've sunk so many hours into that game, and time just goes by so fast.
Who's your spouse? Who's your favorite spouse?
I always try to date and marry try to date everybody in the town because I love the cutscene where it's everyone. They all gang up on you and are all why are you dating all of us? But if I had to pick my favorite person, I love little emo Sebastian.
Yes.
So, for me.
Oh my gosh, yes, I'm always giving him fish and stuff.
I know, he's great. He's such a sad little boy.
Yeah.
And that's my cue to play Stardew Valley soon.
Oh yeah.
Of course you
got to.
I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a real obvious joke.
God dang it.
Not to make it.
Oh
right.
shoot. Okay. Yeah.
Go for Jenny.
Okay, cool. But yeah, real quick, so as per the format of these episodes, as per usual, the hosts have some lovely questions to ask you. And then right after we finish with all those questions, oops. But first we gotta ask the
Oh yeah.
But first, we're gonna ask you sort of your origin question, what got you started into voice acting, and then sort of what brought you into Disventure Camp and everything like that. And then after all that happens, we will eventually take it to the viewer questions, viewer submitted questions for you. But let's start with your origin question. So first, what got you into voice acting in general, and then what got you into Disventure Camp, and then what brought you to combine those two interests together, I suppose, into one big super interest? I don't think I'm describing it properly, but you get what I mean, Joy.
Yeah. Okay, so first question is how I got my start in voice acting.
Yes.
Okay. So I went to college for musical theater, which that's where I got all like my acting background and all that stuff, and my singing and stuff. And during college, we had like one semester where we had a voiceover class just for funsies. And it was all like really intro basic stuff, but I loved it so much. And then it was always on the back of my mind. Like I grew up watching Disney and everything, and always wanted to do cartoons, but never really knew where to go and get started in that. And then pandemic happened, and I was like, oh, I can't really act in person anymore. Like, what is something else I can do that can fulfill that? And I was like, oh, voice acting, I can do that from like anywhere. So I started looking more and more into it, and then found out there was a online program that's Canadian called On the Mic voiceover training school, and I signed up for that. Like I auditioned, got in, and I did that like last year, and that kind of leads me into how I got into Disventure Camp, because funnily enough, one of my other cohort classmates is the Jace Hansen, who is the voice of Tom. And I think he was doing the first season of Disventure Camp while we were in classes and stuff. And at some point he was like, oh, they're trying to like recast Allie, like, would you want to audition for that? And I was like, yeah, sure, of course. And then here I am. I'm the voice of Allie. And that's kind of how I started with Disventure Camp. Yeah.
I am so happy. It's so
goodness.
funny because the moment you mentioned On the Mic, I remember a conversation we were having during one of the table reads with me and Jason, a few other VAs that were on there. And he was talking about On the Mic, and he was talking about how he met a bunch of cohorts. I don't think he mentioned you, but the moment you said that, I was like, oh, this is where you met Chase.
Yep.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, no, it's so crazy. And it's been so fun to be like on the same show as him, and yeah, it's great.
Aww.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, so just to be clear, this is your first voice acting role?
I guess so. I haven't really like done anything else. Like I've recorded my demo and stuff, but not like an actual role.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
No, I just want to say if this is your first role, it definitely didn't seem that way because you absolutely destroyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
You're so sweet.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Wow, you knocked out all those questions really fast. I was also gonna mention, it seemed like the pandemic got like a lot of us Disventure Camp VA started with voice acting, like the more I think about it, because it was also the same for, I don't know if you know much about Jensen's voice actor, LJ, but he actually got his voiceover career started because of the pandemic as well, so I just thought that was an interesting connection.
We were all just like, what do we do now?
Right? we were just sitting there like, can't act now. What the frick do we do? Side eyes the freaking like mic that's like right there. But yeah, no. That's awesome though, yeah. It's really it seems like a lot of us definitely had that question of where do we even start with voice acting, because like it's such a big industry, and it's like what even is the first step? Nobody tells you the first step, but yeah, eventually we found our way, and I'm so happy you ended up doing so, Joy. But yeah,
me too.
With that, we can move on to the host questions. I say that when I haven't even thought of a question yet. So someone else please go first.
I mean, I could start with my first question.
Absolutely.
Joy, this is gonna be like a little silly meme question. Obviously, you know the Ally meme. I just want to know, how many greeting requests have you gotten that have asked you to say, "Thank you, I'm going there"?
You know what? I think I've only gotten one.
Really? Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
for a meme
but,
that's
like-
really popular.
I didn't know what the meme was really until I got like that one greeting, and I was like, why am I saying this? So I like looked it up on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I guess it's a thing. But I've only gotten one so far.
That's
Oh, wow.
I think
Sorry.
it's all credited to how much emotion you have in your voice for Ally. People don't want to make you say that emotionless line anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're the saving grace.
I'm surprised "Thank You, I'm going there" got as popular as it did, because back in the day it was a different line entirely. That was like the meme line.
Wait, what was the meme line back?
The old meme line was "Stop there, Lone Ranger."
Yeah.
But like,
Oh
now,
yeah.
"Think I'm going there" is like way more popular.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that line. People were
I
bringing
didn't
it up.
either.
It's just like,
I believe that's what we call meme power creep.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh my god. But yeah, does anyone else have a question? Because I just thought of one. So, I mean, like, I can go, but like, if anyone else wants to. If anyone else has an
can go.
urgent need.
I have a question, but I think you should go first.
You think I should go first? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Okay. So, Joy, I have a question. I mean, you went into Disventure Camp at Disventure Camp 3, DC All-Stars. You went in, like, sort of having to fill the role that was initially filled by previous VAs. This was a recasting and everything like that. How do you feel overall about Ally's progress this season? Are you shocked at all that she went as far as she did? I know a lot of people are, but like, were you at all shocked? Or I guess sort of, how do you feel about a lot of Ally's character arcs and the way she's grown throughout the season?
Yeah, I definitely was surprised at how far she went. But I'm glad she went as far as she did, because like I watched like the second season just to get a gist of like the character, and like I guess she didn't really like have that much development, so I'm glad that she got that chance to shine in this season. It's kind of like I guess a blessing that I was able to voice her as she grew as a character. And yeah, so yeah, wait, what was the sorry, what was the rest of the question?
No, you're good. I just word vomited a lot of stuff. Another part of the question was like, how do you feel about her character or her character interactions? Because she had some with Hunter at the beginning, and then there was a whole rivalry with Jake going on, and then there was her whole looking up towards Ashley as well as Ria.
I think it was really cool to see her like expand out of like her Hunter and Tess trio. 'Cause I feel like that was all that she really interacted with in the second season. So it was cool to see her like interact with like everybody else. I kind of love when characters like fight and bicker, so I liked the dynamic of her and Jake, like with Ria at the end and everything. And Ashley was fun. Like, I think Ashley's like a really fun character, so like getting close to her was also really nice.
Perfect. Thank you. That was all for my question. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Who wants to go next? Tam, you got a question in mind?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
got
You got
another
this, Tam.
one.
We believe in you.
Tam.
Thank you. Yeah, so you spoke about like watching like Disney and growing up on cartoons. So I just wanted to ask, like, what was your favorite cartoon growing up, and do you have any inspirations in terms of like other actors or voice actors?
Oh, that is a fantastic question.
Yeah, that is really hard, because I don't know if I like have one in particular that like I was obsessed over, like, because I watched so many. I think the ones that's like popping out in my head right now is like Sailor Moon.
Okay.
Specifically like is it like the 4Kids or like the old like 90s really like campy dub. I don't know if that like specifically got me like super into voice acting, but like that one is such a core cartoon for me. Yeah, and then I don't.
It unlocked a core memory.
Yeah. But I mean, like, just like I watched so many Disney movies in general. Yeah, so I think they all kind of like played a part in how I became who I am. I guess.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Were you into like any like Disney original movies or like anything like that?
Were you a Descendants person?
Okay, if I'm not like talking about like cartoons in particular, Lizzie McGuire is like such a core part of my human being. And like I have all the episodes downloaded and I watch it like all the time. Like it's my comfort show. And I guess like Hilary Duff like voices cartoon Lizzie too. So there's a little like cartoon of her too. And like the Lizzie McGuire movie, like What Dreams Are Made Of, like that was my everything. And like I'm very much like that era of Disney is what I grew up with. So like That's So Raven and everything too.
Oh my gosh. Cheetah Girls.
Okay, the era I missed on.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Homecoming Warrior.
Yes, Wendy Wu.
Oh my
that
god,
was like the first thing. That's how like me and Tam got introduced to Jace. He was talking about Disney Channel original movies. You remember that, Tam?
Oh my god, the only Chia I know is Chia Pets, but you know.
Not the Chia Pets memory.
Did I just like push something from the back of your mind?
Yes. This is like the 2000s.
Baby, I had a Bob Ross Chia Pet.
Those existed? What?
Oh, they do.
Is this like
still exists?
Yeah.
It's like an American thing. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, Bob Ross.
The Chia Pets? Oh.
No, not Bob Ross. The Chia Pet thing. What is this? I've never seen
It's just like a little. It's like you water it, and little tiny like sproutlings sprout out of some kind of character's face or some kind of animal's head, and it just looks cute and flowery in the shape of an animal.
What the?
Funnily enough, I actually saw a Chia Pet last week. I didn't get it, but like, I was like shocked they still had
so
them.
they do still exist. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like a ghost face Chia Pet.
Ghost face! Oh my god.
That sounds actually so fucking cool.
Right?
Holy. Doesn't that just make you want to scream with delight?
Ghostface, like the rapper?
The killer.
The killer.
No, like the like from the Scream movies, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I was like, isn't that from like the Wu-Tang Clan or something?
Oh, you are cultured.
I'm surprised. Okay, yeah. Go on, Jpeg. Yeah, you didn't ask a question yet, right? You can do it.
Yeah, I guess we're saving Imer for last then. But yeah. So Joy, my question to you is, if I remember correctly, the interim between casting you as Allie and voicing lines was very short. So were you like debriefed at all based on like Allie's previous season, or how did that go?
Not really. I think I don't remember if they gave like a short character description for my like audition sides or not. But luckily, the second season's episodes were all out, so that's kind of all I used to kind of figure out what her character was. Yeah.
Oh my.
Heck yeah. Imer has
So your first Disventure Camp,
sorry,
or like
yeah,
your first. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say your first voice acting role. You were just thrown into it, you know.
Yeah, I guess I was like, I'm kind of used to getting thrown into these things, like especially like the voiceover school, like you get like auditions so like last minute, so they kind of just like hammered into us like you need to be able to like get the character out of like basically nothing if that is potentially what the casting director gives you. So I guess it wasn't like too hard
No,
to do. And
yeah.
like luckily there was like an entire season of her, so I wasn't working with nothing.
Yeah. Which makes total sense. I just think it's funny, you know. But yeah. I guess Emer, yeah. Your last
question is kind of like bounces off between Jpeg and Genesis. The question is like based on being one of the newer VAs and like kind of also just like brought onto this like right when it started. I wanted to ask, how do you find Allie's like distinctive voice to fit her character? Because the previous iterations had like all different ranges. How did you want to like discover like this is the voice I want to use? Will fit her new direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because she was played by like a couple different people. The way I approached it was just like she felt like me, so I didn't want to go like crazy different with my voice. I just kind of went with a more like natural sounding thing, and I guess they just liked it and it stuck.
Which is perfect. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the closer it's almost never about like the actual voice and how different you can make it from your normal voice. It's about the acting. So as long as you got the acting down, which you definitely did, you were A-okay. But yeah.
I actually have one more question.
Oh wow!
I also have another question when you're done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So most of us voice actors, we were recruited to the not recruited. Sorry, we auditioned for the show because we're fans of the show Total Drama. But since you were recruited by Jace, I was wondering, like, do you have a history with the Total Drama show?
So, like, kind of. Now that you bring up Total Drama, I have a bigger history with 16. Like, that I forgot about it when you asked the question that was asked about like cartoons, but you brought up Total Drama, and 16 was another like pretty like huge show for me. I remember that show. The teaser trailer coming out for that on Teletoon in Canada back when I was like in the 3rd grade, and I was like, oh my god, this show looks amazing. So I got into 16, and then Total Drama kind of happened as I was like, I think I was aging out of it a little bit, but I knew of it. I wasn't really like a hardcore fan, but like I thought the whole premise of it was like super cool, and I remember like my siblings being really into it. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, for I personally didn't get into it when I was young, but like, you know, a lot of us, you know, watched Total Drama when we were younger. You know, after school we would watch it. Life began after school for us. So yeah.
That's when we bend all the rules.
Yeah, okay, you caught the reference. Okay, I had to be.
I was like thinking of the lyrics.
Place where we belong.
You know what's so funny? In Total Drama Action, they had that one freaking like callback to it, and I never understood it for like the longest time. I was like, "What is this?" Like, there was like a part where like, you know, like eventually a merge happens in these like things, and so they're like, "Oh no, the teams have to split apart. Oh no, like we'll see each other again. I love you all." And then they did like a whole like rock montage kind of thing, like sort of like being like, "Hey, we're splitting apart," but they did it to the 16 song, like the theme song.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
It was very, but I didn't know. I was like, "What is this song? What's happening?" But yeah, that should be it for all the host questions. Thank you, Joy, for answering. Yay! I'm sorry.
I have one last one.
I apologize.
No worries. No worries. So, Joy, due to the nature of Disventure Camp and the eliminations, not every voice actor is featured in every episode. So being a recasted voice actor and having watched Allie's season on season 2, how long did you personally think you were going to voice the character for? How well do you think Allie was going to do in this season?
Honestly, I thought she was gonna be one of the first ones out, just because like I didn't know what her character would do based on like the second season. So I was like, I don't know. I didn't see her going very far, and that's why I was like so not confused, so surprised that she made it as far as she did.
Same here.
Absolutely, 100%. But that same surprise, I feel like was felt by the entire fan base, which great for the character, honestly.
Yeah.
We love characters with
Yeah.
It's really fun to
expectations.
be there the whole season.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, she was so close to the end. She could have won that final challenge.
I'm gonna kill you, Jackson.
Yes! You ate that!
I knew that was coming.
You ate it.
Before we move on, I want to share this with you guys. So, a fan of the podcast made this for us, by the way. It's pretty good.
Yeah!
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my god.
Bless their heart. For those of you who don't know, Tam, these are like Amori sprites. These
They are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Danganronpa because they had those sprites.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm
So cute!
I know,
That is so cute. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. I love those.
Oh my.
whichever
So they're
fan made
Amori?
that, you have stolen a piece of my heart that you are free to keep forever.
Killed it.
That's great.
I
I will
saw it,
send-
I was like, I'm gonna throw it in my folder of art. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god. I need this. Like I need to put this somewhere. I don't know where.
I will tell Fen that you all said this. Oh my
oh,
god.
please do.
Slade.
Bless her heart and soul. But yeah, these are Amori styled sprites. So yeah, Amori. Anyway.
Yeah. Fan submitted questions.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny, you
Yeah.
pick
All
it.
right. Yeah.
Time.
Let me go check the fan submitted questions real quick. One that I quickly, or that caught my eye very quickly, is something that I need to scroll up to find. So give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, this question is from V. Hey Joy, what's your favorite song you've sung in a greeting, and are you a trained singer in real life? We kind of answered that a little bit, but you know, you can give a proper answer.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I am a trained singer. I've also been singing since I was like a wee little girl, so it's just always been a thing that I've done. As for my favorite song, I think someone had me sing like an Ariana Grande song. And I love my girl Ari, so that was really fun to do. And then there's like another song by a band called The Cab, who I was an emo kid growing up, and I still kind of am. I've gotten back into like my emo phase, but it was because it was never a phase. And they are like one of the more obscure bands from that scene. So like when somebody requested that, I was like, oh my god, I am having the time of my life singing this right now.
What song was that?
I think it was called Angel with a Shotgun.
Oh my god! Oh, that's my favorite song by The Cab. I'm an angel with a shotgun.
Yeah, and it was so
love
fun.
that
I swear,
song.
I literally
Oh.
like I sang so many versions of it just because like I had like good takes, but I was like, I'm just having fun. I'm just gonna keep on doing it.
That's
God,
so amazing. And good to know that you're a fan of Ariana Grande. Did you know she's gonna be the freaking good witch in the Wicked movie? I don't freaking
Glinda.
yeah. I forgot the names. I haven't seen Wicked, but I have seen Wizard of Oz. But
Yeah,
I saw the
it's
trailer.
good.
Wizard
She
of
looked like
Oz.
she fit the role really well. Oh yeah, Wizard of Oz. For context, Joy, Jpeg did a pitch for how that got accepted for how like
yeah.
Hunter, Tess, and Allie's whole thing would go, and it was based off like the Wizard of Oz, like the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the
That's so
lion.
funny.
Oh my gosh! But yeah,
The Scarecrow,
the
Tin
next
Man,
question.
Cowardly Lion.
Yep, that's him. That's Hunter Casanelli. Great.
But this next question comes from Crit. Shout out to Crit. Hey Joy, first off, I want to say you have done a phenomenal job of voicing Allie. Your voice work is very admirable, and it genuinely sounds like you are in the same room as the voice actors you're working with. I cannot imagine anyone else voicing her like how you can bring her to life. My question is, how has your experience been working with the crew of ONC, and did you feel any pressure of having to fill the shoes left behind by the previous voice actors?
Sorry, wait, can you say that again?
Oh, no, you're fine, you're fine. So Crit's question is, how has your experience been working with the crew of Odd Nation Cartoon? And did you feel any pressure of having to fill the shoes left behind by the previous voice actors?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you for all those kind words. You're so sweet. And Yeah, working with everyone was a lot of fun. Like, it's my first voice acting role, so it was just such a pleasure, and like everyone was so welcoming too. So I didn't really feel like that much pressure. I felt like everyone was just really supportive, and I just really lucky to have that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
I'm very glad. Oh my gosh. But yeah. The next question comes from Broske. I'm gonna do it like
I
Broske.
want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Do it like him.
Oh, okay. You were actually going to that. That's so funny. Okay. Sorry to Broske if this is a terrible impression of you, but I'm gonna try. Hey, Joy, it's Broske. Easily the most influential Allie fan in the biz. Question for you. When you read Allie's role in the script as of now, what did you think going in? What exactly went through your head?
Hey, broski.
Oh my God.
I don't remember. Like, it's been so long that I truly have no idea what was going through my mind. I think I was just trying to have like the most fun I could have with the lines and everything, and yeah.
It definitely came across like I especially like the parts where you were fighting with Jake. I think those were the ones that like really like especially sold it for me, which is great because that's the ones with like the really high emotion and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I love like the more emotional and like crazy zany characters and stuff. Like that is my favorite thing to do. So like getting to fight was so fun.
I totally get what you mean by that. Oh my god. And you especially got a lot of that in episode 20, you know, where there was a whole lot of action going on. Oh. Whew. Okay. Let me check some of the more questions. What do you I mean, we could do that one. Let me ask this question. This question comes from Quinny. What's your favorite Allie friendship you've seen in Disventure Camp?
I really like her friendship with Tess, but I also like really liked her friendship with Ashley this season. Like I thought it like it kind of came out of the blue, and I thought it was really wholesome, and I like just supporting girls.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they slayed. Both of them slayed this season. I think that should.
I was gonna make the joke.
I
was gonna make the joke.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I mean, y'all did say. I'm just saying. I think those are the. I think that's pretty much all of the questions, unless Jpeg feels another question should be asked.
And we need to ask one from Maya because Maya is a Patreon. for
Oh,
DP.
okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, sure. Favorite
Maya asked-
Disventure. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
do you want to do
favorite DC scene so far can be from DC 1 to 3.
My favorite?
Preferably not from 21 because that one's not out yet.
I don't know. They all like I feel like I black out when I record them. And I haven't been able to like keep up with the seasons, so I can't think of one off of the top of my head. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So relatable at blacking out, girl. We get in the studio and it's all a blur.
For real, it's like I just like spent like all those hours and I don't remember what I did.
I totally get that feeling. Actually,
I mean, for you, your lines are very unmemorable, Genesis. So I mean,
well, okay, but I mean in other projects. Come on.
Okay.
I don't just voice Dan.
Oh yeah. I can relate.
Let's
to that
ask
feeling,
Min's
though, 'cause every
question.
dispatch I film, I forget it all.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
because
God.
you show up to them always tired. So that's kind of your fault.
Oh my god.
I think we should ask Mince's question. I think that's a good one to end off on.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Mince asked, "What do you think of Allie's gaming references?"
I think they're kind of hilarious, but there's a lot of them. It's like this girl is a gamer. She is a gamer, you know?
Were there any where you were just like, what game is this even from? Like,
oh yeah, there was a lot, and I was like, because like I'm not a huge gamer, tbh.
Right.
but so there was like some that like, okay, I know what that is. There's like a Mario, when they made me go woohoo at one point, I was like, okay, that's Mario.
Right.
But then there's like others, and I'm like, is that a real game or did they just make that up? I didn't know.
Is this like Sam from Total Drama just making up like super super mow the lawn simulator? Oh wait, no, that even is that is a game. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. I totally get what you mean. But I mean, you handled the references very well. I at least couldn't tell that you like didn't know some of the games.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just like pretended like it was real, or like I imagined it was like something I was super into, and just yeah.
That's the beauty of voice acting right there. Oh god.
My favorite, that's probably Tam's favorite as well, as the Victory Royale one. 'Cause we really tried to enforce that one. Every episode I was like, can Allie say Victory Royale? Can I say Victory Royale? Eventually they caved. They were like, fine, we'll make her say it once.
The ultimate cringe. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm sure Joy at least got that one.
I've said this story so many times now, but at one point Jared was like, guys, can you stop with the cringe? It's so bad. It's not funny.
Guys, stop. Way too much fun.
You had to step in. We had too much fun.
Oh god.
That's so crazy. But yeah, those are all the fan submitted questions. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
See, even Joy gave you a thank you.
Oh.
That's how thankful we are. You know.
We're going that. Nope, sorry.
Oh. No.
Oh my god. And I thought my joke that I was about to say. It was low hanging fruit. Actually, no, it wasn't that low hanging. I appreciate it, Jpeg. But yeah, no. That leaves it for all the fan submitted questions. Jpeg can remind me if I'm missing a step in this, but I think now
you're
it's
good,
finally. Okay. Now it's finally time to talk about the eliminated contestant and sort of their whole journey that led them to this point. So, everyone, please give a big, sorrowful, yet very bittersweet hand for Allie, who unfortunately left this episode. Gee, I wonder why we brought Joy on for this.
I didn't think of that. I hope the viewers don't catch that shit.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, I was shocked
that was a coincidence?
Well, you didn't think Allie was going this episode. You were so sure she wasn't going this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Oh good, okay.
None of us did.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, Allie's gonna be second, like she's not gonna win at all. And they're like, no, we're gonna do the 50-50. And I'm like, oh.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, you know what? Let's have Imer talk about Allie's legacy. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Oh, I was considering Tam because of the whole Tam
what
Allie
about
thing. But you know what? Let's do.
Imer, you take this.
Tam can do Ria. You do Allie. Let's do that.
Okay, cool. Alright, okay, so entering Allie this season. Last season wasn't really that much of a strong presence in the storyline, but this time, like, she gets like right off the gate. Her and Hunter were the second group introduced. We see a lot of conflict already because there's been a little mystery that's been hidden within the relationship we've not known. We see how Hunter's lost the switch. She gets mad at him, and then we got to figure out like why is she so mad? Because it's been like this hidden resentment. We didn't see afterwards like Allie's like with some haters after last season because she didn't play the game that well. And then it opens up to episode 2. She's on her team. She's like, all right, we're going to take control of everything. I got James and Hunter. This is an easy win. Who's this James? And then she's like scrapping for Fiori's vote because Fiori is like the little princess of their team. And they appeal to her.
Team, are we going to do all 21 episodes? It's going to take a while. We're going to do episode by episode.
I'm just going. It's a lot of fun to Allie, and then I'm doing Hunter. Yeah. Afterwards, Hunter got voted out. Allie was sad. Hunter gave her the motivation she needed, and she took it to heart. But after talking to Ashley and Jake, everything went well. They were like the power trio until they fought like cats and dogs, and that resulted in Ashley's elimination because of them not holding their grudges. This put Allie in a position where she's like, I don't really feel like a hero. Even though she sided with the heroes, she eventually realizes like, I could be part of the villains and not be a villain. Just be myself. See how Allie like realized she doesn't like any labels. She goes for the whole merge like that. and eventually she's fighting with Jake after like reconciling it, and everything goes wrong. Loses immunity because of it. Connor goes home. Connor gives one last message to like Allie and Jake, which is like put things together. And in this episode, we see how Allie's very much like ready to help Jake because she wants the money. Of course, she wants to be the sole winner. She also doesn't want Ria to win because she feels like she owes it to him. Her last chance of redemption. And as you can see, redemption did not hit her, but she did try her best, given the helper Fiori. And she technically won the challenge. It's just I think Ria put a hole in her backpack, and it may have been her shortcoming. But so close to the end, but still, she was in the final finale. So you know what? She's not one of the finalists of DC's history. That's about it. Anyone else want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have to say, like, I think Allie had the most, how do I say it? Allie had the most, Allie had, like, the biggest redemption, not only as, like, a character, but as also sort of, like, a contestant, you know? Like, not only did she make it really far, but, like, there was a lot done to her character to really, like, make it shine. I mean, and Joy played no small part in making Allie as a whole just really work. But, like, I think that at least needs to be celebrated. And I'm very happy with Allie this season. She's definitely one of my favorites this season. And I'm sad to see her go now, but hey, she put up a hell of a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry to you, Broske. You know exactly why.
Oh man. My takeaway on Allie is that, you know, when it's a very meta storyline, and I know we've yapped about how meta it is for the last like 35 weeks now.
Right.
But, when we started DC2, she was like this big like nothing burger character where she didn't really have a storyline. Her personality was kind of boring. She was kind of a add-on to Hunter's story. So it was like there's a lot you could have done, right? It's like a blank slate. You could do literally anything. Like pretty much what people wanted out of Dan. Like why have Dan when we have Allie? So going into the season, it was like something that, you know, obviously it's old news now, but it was really never done before, where a character is so super reciprocative of their past reputation, right? Where the fans were really harsh to Allie in the previous season, and so this season she wants to change that perception, right? And it's really weighing her down. I thought that was super interesting. I do think it's one of the more like interesting commentaries on like reality TV and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, again, it's nothing new now because, you know, Ria, Gret, and Allie, you've dealt with this for so long now, but it's, like, it doesn't mean it's any less, like, monumental and groundbreaking for the genre, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely for sure.
What do you think, Tim?
Okay, oh my god. Okay, I got a lot of history with Allie, but I'm gonna be I talked a lot about her. DC2, it's over. Jpeg keeps telling me it's over with. Stop being on the past. But with DC3, okay, so in the early beginnings, I was kind of worried that they were gonna make her a complete biatch just to like overcompensate for her lack of personality in DC2. I think the Hunt Alley thing also kind of shocked me, but I think it's still like, I guess the most natural route considering like all their screen time together. In this season, Allie was, I think Allie was her strongest without Hunter. But her early conflict with him was like a great setup to introduce us to Allie's like actual insecurities. I think her later conversations with Connor and Jake gave us a really like full round perspective of where she's coming from, why she keeps going and insisting on people taking her seriously. I think like over time we were able to see that like transformation take place and just like fully realize her character to like her actual potential. It's kind of crazy just like building off the nothingness that was her plot in DC2. I couldn't have done it, but I commend them for that. Is she one of my top 10 characters? No. But
don't even lie about that. In the proofreader chat, you're so positive on Allie. You're like, I like her.
I know, because I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. I like her this season. I do. But yeah,
She's not in your top 10 though. That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
There's like,
I can't.
there's like so many good characters in DC.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's just.
All right,
We
that's right. I
look at your
forgot
top 10
Cam's-
list and it's all Yul.
No, it's all guys. It's like James,
No.
Yul, Alec.
No!
It's true though.
There's a few girls. I
A solid
think
top
I
10.
have to reevaluate. Oh god, it's not my fault.
I
But
legitimately want to know like what girl made your top 10. Like I'm actually like genuinely curious.
Lake was.
Do a tier list later.
Lake used to be there. I don't think she's
Okay.
there
Damn.
anymore. I think
Say, don't
Ria-
even lie about that.
Yeah.
She was in your top 10 when there was only 14 characters.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my
Some of them are
god.
women.
I think
Some of them are
Ria
women,
is there.
Sam.
Gret, you know, the evil ones, the
Oh,
evil
yeah.
bad
Oh,
evil
those are
ones.
good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. You can defend that.
But yeah, in this episode
I
when
think.
she. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, when she made her little speech to Ria, I was like, oh my god, yeah, it's a wrap, honey. Like,
Yeah.
you
No, it was
never-
the same for me.
Yeah.
The moment she started making that speech, I was like, oh shoot, no.
Yeah. You never wanna...
That's always the telling sign, you know, when they start making it happened with Alec.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
It happened with Yul, you know.
Who could have foreseen that the second to last episode of the DC trilogy would be a super alley focused episode? Who could have seen
I
that
know,
coming?
Right?
Oh.
That's definitely something new. I mean, she was definitely a great player in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, if no one has anything else to add to Allie, I mean, I think we can go on to, correct me if I'm wrong, Jpeg, rating the episode.
Yep, rating the episode. Well, do Marks and Joy have anything they want to add about Allie?
Oh. Yeah. Do you potentially want to add anything to Allie, you know, like how you felt voicing her? Did you grow to like her like the more you voiced her, et cetera, Joy?
Yeah, I think the more time she spent on the season, the more fun it felt to play her. Just because there was like more like meteor stuff towards the end, especially.
Right.
And I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Aww.
Makes sense, yeah. I think it's so funny too how like this was a while, like all of your recording also like took place like a while ago, you know. So like you already very well know the winner long before us. You're like been there, done that, you know.
Oh yeah, but it still kind of caught me off guard. I was like,
Oh, wait. Hey.
I mean, if you want, no, I'm kidding, but like,
No, these two goobers don't know what's gonna happen yet.
Yeah.
You Marks
Oh
and
my
Tam do.
holy crap. That was really close though. Oh shoot. But yeah, no, Imer is more of a super fan for the series at the moment, and I voiced on the first season, so yeah, we're like we don't know anything about season 3 yet, so that's why they're very careful about spoilers right now.
there.
Danger zone.
Danger zone. But yeah, with that, yeah, we can go ahead and rate the episode. Joy, I know you haven't really like seen the episode or sort of like kept track of it, especially since it hasn't even been released publicly. But from what you can remember, you can feel free to rate it. We will also give you the opportunity to talk about the episode, but in general, the person who rates it the episode the highest and the person who rates it the lowest will talk. So yeah, with that in mind, everyone get your numbers ready.
Ugh.
Oh shit.
Oh gosh.
And I will count down, and then eventually we'll do it.
Heck yeah.
Yay.
Sure, but I'll keep it brief so that why don't we all do the episode review? This is the second to last episode anyway.
Okay, sure. You know what? Why not? Yeah, let's do it.
But I'll start us off. But like, yeah, I think that this episode really does feel like the part one of a larger story. I don't want to use this example, but it's the only example I can come up with. It's like Infinity War and Endgame, where it's like the first half and the second half are two different things. But it also like distinctly feels like a part one, where I can understand that it's a bit like, not like bad, but it's a bit like, oh, Well, that's one way to do an episode.
Yeah.
You're kind of waiting for the second half still, right? And for example, only six contestants really talk, right? The other 12 don't really do much.
Yeah.
That's kind of the big one. But I really did like this episode. I think that the beginning scene might be one of the most like emotional moments from DC. Honestly, that thing with the letters, I was like, wow, that is dirty. That is so dirty. What the heck? And I'll have more to talk about that later. And I just really love Ali's speech to Ria at the end. I think it's really well balanced. There's a lot of comedy. It has all your favorites. It has Fiori, James, and Yul, the three funny characters.
Yes.
And like, I don't know. I just really like this episode. I think this finale is it's kind of a low bar to say that this is the best finale. And it'll be top in episode 21, in my opinion. It'll be great.
Yeah, no. This was a really good finale. I can continue it off. I do have. I think. I do have a lot. Like a few things here and there, but overall, like I'm very happy with this episode, and I see no reason to complain when there is absolutely no need. I'm not a angry reviewer. I do not spend all my life looking at every single flaw in a Disventure Camp episode. I like what I see. I let it be known. I really like this episode. This is fantastic. This is one of the best total drama inspired finales I've seen personally, or like total drama, including total drama inspired, etc. This is definitely one of the best. In terms of, I agree with a lot of things that Jpeg says. In terms of some of my nitpicks, it would be, I guess, along the lines of there were some scenes that I feel like should have been like incredibly like heart-wrenching or what's the word, like really heart-pumping, and to be fair, my heart was actually like pounding near the end when like they started climbing up the hill and all that. But I think like some scenes I feel like should have actually been really heart-pumping for me, but it just didn't quite hit, and I'm not fully sure why. I don't know if it was the atmosphere. I don't know if it was the pacing. I don't quite know exactly what it was. And I guess my other complaint is I feel like they should have taken it further with Ria's menace level, I guess. Some people definitely might not agree. But I just feel like she feels the exact same level of wicked as in DC2. Like the finale of DC2. And because of that, I don't know, I feel like it would have benefited from them like amping up how like off the deep end she's gone, you know, like actually like make her like legitimately even more violent, potentially even sadistic. I think would have really helped. It definitely would have helped at least like make the whole whatever like Ria's sister is like rooting for her, you know, to like be especially more impactful, because you know like if Ria's like especially like off the deep end, you know, it's like it's sort of like, do you really want to like Sarah Lynn her, you know? And
God damn it.
And I don't know. I guess that's just my big complaint, but overall in the grand scheme of things, I mean, like, I don't know. I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was great. I also feel like the cave-in scene should have maybe like lent into like a little bit of a claustrophobia feeling, maybe. But that's also pretty minor. Overall, I really like this episode. I guess you can go, Tam, since you're unmuted.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're totally fine. Sorry, go on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I love this episode. Yeah, same here. I think this episode is just, it's so for me. Besides the obvious reasons, you know. I love my little Yul getting screen time. I think. What was that song?
I'm also well, I shouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm at least like a little more relieved that the scar wasn't permanent, I guess.
Oh my god, yes! Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, thank God.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Yul absolutely deserved it, but like, you know, like, it's one of those two wrongs don't make a right thing.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yes.
That's what it felt like to me. Like I don't blame Grit, but you know,
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh, what a win! What a win for me.
right. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on. Go on, Tim.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I think they maximized like a good deal of funny, but also like touching moments out of the 6.
Mhm.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like DC2 fans especially would like get a kick out of this episode. Like to see like Yul and Rhea being entertaining, to see James being aware and referencing his own like past choices in comparison to Jake, to see Allie like stick up for herself and finally have a voice. Like what? This was on
Yeah.
our wish list since DC2. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that it won't have as much emotional weight until you see episode 22. But I like seeing the characters shine in this like last hurrah. Like,
22.
Yeah. Wait. 22. Yeah. I was about to say.
Oh, 21!
Yeah.
Oh, yo! It shows how much I've been paying
Don't
attention.
spoil the secret episode. Don't spoil the-
Yeah. You get to see Trevor and Derek get married. Ooh.
I was legitimately wondering whether that was like a slip up or not. I was like, interesting.
Yeah,
Secret
no, it's
22nd episode.
Secret.
I
Come
don't
on,
know,
Tim. You're
I
not
don't
supposed
know.
to spoil it. Come on. You got to remember 21. It's 9 plus 10. Come on. But yeah.
God, I hate you.
Oh, Genesis. Oh my god.
Oh, I you know what? I forgot to mention this. I like the host plot in this episode, and
No way. You're not allowed to
I
say
know.
that. Oh god.
I know,
Hot
it's
take.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I still don't like the host plot in the previous episodes. This isn't some sort of redemption thing like
Yeah.
it was with Allie.
Yeah.
But I love how it all came to a head in this episode. I love how Emily is like the ultimate sort of like master, not really mastermind, but like she's like the comeback villain. Like I'm gonna take over the show, mwahaha type of thing. You know, she's like, you know what she's like? She's like Ken from the live action Barbie movie.
Oh my god, yeah.
She gets casted out, and then she's trying to go back and rule it all. Oh my
I
god.
love that comparison.
Oh god, that was. But I do also feel like Emily, I feel like could have done more to like really be villainous, because I mean all she did was let out the crabs were the ones who did like damage ultimately, but like all she really did was let those things out, you know. I feel like she could have done a little more.
Good, it's good we're talking about this now. I don't think we're going to talk about the host plot during the scene by scene.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, no, I like,
hilarious.
other than that, I actually really liked how the host, I love how Trevor and Derek team up to save the show. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was fun. I liked it. I like the Trevor and Derek romance stuff this episode. Let it be known. They did good.
Yeah.
I'm
so sad though that Trevor just left Emily to die. I'm like, Trevor.
I mean, to be fair, Emily left Trevor to die.
Oh. Yeah, wait.
Pushed them off a tree.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh shoot. Okay, yeah. Okay, Karma.
That was very much karma. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah. We can leave Mark's. We can leave Mark's opinion.
Mark's he
for
back?
later. I don't think Mark's is here. So we'll let Imer take the helm. How do you feel about this episode? Okay, that was your rating. Yeah, you had a 8.3.
I went into this episode expecting fireworks, and I did get some fireworks. I'm just like waiting for them all to end right now. I didn't really feel a lot, but from the writing, I feel like there's no like weak point really, minus some things, which was the host plot. But I think the host plot still was really good this episode. I just think it's kind of weird how like Emily's like, I'm gonna get revenge on Crystal. She gets eaten alive by scorpions. Revenge on Crystal. Like, oh, she's back. Like that's how forgettable Emily is.
Yeah, okay, I can kind of see what you mean. I feel like I wish she would have done stuff in the Coliseum as well. I mean, maybe she might come out of the cave and do it, but I don't know. It didn't seem like it.
She's gonna like get up like a zombie.
Yeah,
full of bruises and just like take the million. The 3 million. Yeah.
So
also,
that's how the zombie
in this
world
episode-
existed. Oh, sorry, go on.
It's okay, don't worry. I feel like the 3 helpers here were written beautifully. It shows how Fiori, she might not be strong, but she's one of the most tactical geniuses of the show. Where she gave Allie some of the coolest advice and skills to get ahead. We saw how James may not be the smartest, he may not be the strongest, but he's very like charismatic and like knows how to like get like bridges mended, which helped with like Allie and Fiori and James and Jake working together. Like James is like an all-rounder type person, and then with like Yul, I think Yul, what he brought nothing in terms of helpfulness. He brought
No.
the humor. I think that's what
You
Ria
brought the
needed.
Yulness. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And
What
you
is
know
with
what?
Ria
Yeah,
and
that's
making
for you.
guys fall down pits?
Comment. I think I also personally believe they could have ended this episode a little earlier, where like Jake and Allie are stuck, and Ria has to decide if she's gonna save them or not. I feel like that'd be so interesting over like seeing Allie go home. But I'm also kind of glad it's more episode like it's like you could say this
Yeah.
episode's for the Allie boot. This episode's for like the Jake or Ria win. So I am happy they didn't do that, but it's an idea that could have been interesting. I think though, Allie had to lose this episode. Like if Allie got to the final 2, who she was against, she was gonna lose. But I'm kind of glad she went home third and showed like a lot of character left. And one of the things I haven't seen noticed yet on the pod was Allie left. We see Tess like give her some time, which I think may be a reference to DC2. And like Allie told Hunter to give Tess some time.
I don't.
Maybe I'm reaching.
I think you're stretching, but we'll have to ask Michael.
Yeah, I just like the parallels this episode, and I think it just brought a lot of comedy that DC did before that very intense final episode. It's likely gonna have a lot of like, or maybe happiness too. Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
episode's all around good. And it's like the feeling ready. It's like you want to see how it ends. Get ready.
We are so close.
So close to the end.
One episode left, and then the
Oh
end
my
of the
God.
podcast.
Mm. That's true. Yeah. I mean, we can have our celebration next episode, though. You know what? I'll purchase cake again. I just had my birthday. I'll buy another cake.
What
Oh my
flavor?
God. I love German chocolate cake, so I'm getting German chocolate.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
I love
Uh,
German chocolate cake. Sorry. But yeah, go on. My bad.
No, Joy. What about you? Because you put an episode ranking. What are your thoughts on the episode if you saw it?
Oh yeah. So my ranking was kind of just based on the fact that I didn't know where to place it because I haven't
Right.
seen a lot of the season.
Right.
But I do really like how there was like a lot of stuff going on in it. Which I guess makes sense for like the second last episode. And I like the way Allie like stood up for herself, and like I felt like it was a good ending to her arc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Whew. With that out of the way, wait, Marks, are you
Marks,
there? Marks?
Marks.
Aww.
communicate.
Okay.
Use
I got it.
the text
Marks
box.
has-
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's muted. Use the text box. No.
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 Okay. Yeah. I hope you're okay, Marks. But yeah. With that
Yeah.
in mind, I think we're done with the episode ranking, so we can jump into the scene by scene, right?
Yep. Did
Yes.
y'all put your scenes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll take Mark's
Oh,
yes.
scene if he doesn't come back because it's one that I think we should talk about.
Right. Okay, so there's pre-challenge stuff. There's final expansion. There's Ree's letter prologue.
Yeah,
Jenny
just
and
a good one.
Tam, you didn't pick a scene. Oh wait, no, you did. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a second.
I gave one scene, but I probably should pick another.
Taking this one. I'm taking this one.
Oh, okay. I'll do this.
Which one are you
Okay.
taking? You're taking Rhea fix the letters? Yeah, you can take that
Yeah,
one.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I have a lot of behind the scenes stories for that one.
Ooh,
Tam and I both
shit.
did.
Yeah.
Derek rescues Trevor from a tree. I definitely want to talk about Forestcraft. Heading into the tunnel. Yule sure gets that should be for Tam.
Yeah, I
Tam
was
should
gonna
get Yule sure gets done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to keep this brief then. Do you want me
Okay.
to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so we see Allie and Jake, and they're both like racing each other, I guess. Anyway, they have a bit of banter, and Allie says something that I think really humanizes and really brings this comparison. Like it gives this comparison a big like crescendo, I guess. Where Allie says, back when season 1, I was rooting for you, and they both realize, you know what? We're both kind of similar. We both got the problems with the pettiness and the self-esteem stuff, and our grandparents are also not alive anymore. So. And that was really the thesis statement we've been trying to do for the last like 20 episodes, where you really look at it and you're like, these two are just the same character.
Yeah.
They hate each other so much, and it's because they see the flaws of each other in one another. And I'm surprised that it took that long for people to finally realize it. Like, I feel like people realized it around episode 15-ish. I'm glad that we're at a point where it's like, yeah, that was on purpose.
Oh, I love that. That was very great. Yeah.
Yeah, the grandparents chat, that was, I don't know if that was being saved or whatever, but I like the thing that Michael knew to put it at the very, very end to really put like a ribbon on the story, where not only was Allie rooting for Jake in season 1 of DC, but also that they were watching it in the hospital before her grandpa passed away. Allie says, I wish I could see it now. I can't watch my first season without seeing a love-struck, clueless girl who never got her footing in the game, who also has a different voice. But, we don't talk about that.
What are you talking about? Joy's always been the voice of...
Might as well.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, I mean, if anyone, okay, they don't mention this explicitly, but if anyone is going to know about the DC hate, it's going to be Jake, right? He was the first one. Chronologically, he probably got way more in the DC one. So Jake talks about his grandma, as you may remember from season 1, episode 5 of DC. And, it's just a really, that was a story that a lot of people really resonated with, so I'm really glad that we got to bring it back, the penultimate episode of the trilogy. Jake mentioned something that we've been not hinting at, but I feel like the greetings have given a lot of backstory about this, where it's finally revealed that yes, his parents really were not happy with him being gay,
right?
And so they maybe not disowned him, but they were really disappointed in him. And Jake mentioned something like, I almost did some things that I would regret. Now we don't say what it is, but I think you can imply what's going on there. And Allie says a really
I didn't misinterpret
line.
that. Okay.
Yeah, Allie said a really poignant line. I'm glad you're still here, Jake. We all are. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's good.
That's very cute. Yeah. Okay. For a second, I was really worried I misinterpreted that, but yeah, okay, it makes sense.
No, I thought so too for a second.
Oh, hello, Marks. Welcome back.
Hi, that was just a beautiful sentimental line. I love that line. When she said that, my heart actually fluttered a little bit.
Oh,
by the way, Marks, what's your episode ranking?
Yeah, we'll edit this.
It was just in the middle. It was a 9. It was a 9. I would have said something earlier, but it wasn't that important.
Oh no, you're okay. Do not worry. Again, yeah, you're fine. Okay, 9. Got it.
But yeah, no. I mean, Jake says not many people could sympathize with me back then. It's again, we're basically the same character.
Yeah.
A lot of people said at least Jake is evolving, but Allie is getting worse, and it's I mean, I don't know. Maybe she'll.
No, she's not. I mean, she definitely didn't get any worse in this episode.
Yeah, again, and that just takes me back to stuff like, oh my god, Jake and Allie, they were so close in episode 6. They were so sibling core. You took this away from us, and it's yeah, we took it away so we could bring it back in full force later.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I can't wait for people being oh my god, Allie threw a fit when she lost. She's a sore loser. It's I mean, I would too if I just lost like that. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm aware Jake and Allie probably aren't a lot of people's favorite characters, but I think this scene was wow, it really just humanized these two as the most hated of the DC characters.
I don't know. I feel it's undeserved, but that's just me personally.
Yeah.
And I would love to talk about the second part of the scene, but Imer is gonna the worst that get the most screen time.
Yeah.
Proportionate to their screen time. Oliver sucks, but he gets no screen time, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think they're the worst, but the fandom, has different opinions.
Yeah, in proportion.
Yeah, because I'll just throw my little penny for a thought to this scene. I like how Allie's reassuring words to Jake is everyone, so many people love you. And most people on his bench, which is one of the most great ways to show that Jake is loved. Despite his mistakes, people learn to forgive him over time. I think that's kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You may have a lot of haters, but you also have a lot of fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so. Anyway, Imer, you're taking the second part of the scene. Here you go.
Okay. So, you see Ria coming over here. She's like, hey, we've made it all so far, and we've gone through so much. Because we've gotten such a close bond. Why don't we all read each other's letters to give us some closure? Allie's like, sure, I'll do that. Like, it's like, you know what? I don't want to. Jake's been like having second thoughts because Ria has betrayed Jake at this season. So he gives in. What Allie's letter we see basically is like, we see her mom here. We get to see more of that again. Like, it's like one of the most like heartfelt, like the heart crushing things you can have. Is she's like, oh, if you win, we all saw it coming. You'll learn to get an actual job. Get off the internet because that does nothing good for you. Yeah, it's just like such a short letter, but it's brutal in every way possible. It just goes like to show how Ollie's been going through a lot that we not get to see. The DC2 are just hiding that. Now, like it comes full force. It's so beautiful. Next, we have Ria's letter where it's about Aisha again. She's like, I'm excited to see Black Widow's Gambit. She still is a big fan of Ria. Well, that's like really strong. Maybe I'll be just good as you. I think this is where like Ria gets at hearing that. It's like she's oh my God, she's like, why did I do this? Because Ria's biggest thing we see in the Truth episode revealed how she's like she would have picked Connor over acting at the start. But saw that one. And finally we get Jake's letter. We get it from Sean, who we saw in DC1. He's back. I hope you're doing well. I miss you at home. Please know I still love you. And, like, all because of Grandma. Like Ria forged the Grandma letter just to make Grandma look like the evilest person ever. Like it's like, oh, she's gone. I guess that's good for all of us. It's kind of a relief. Like you got this, get the win. And like Jake is in shambles. Allie's like, you lied to me. You gave me sympathy of yourself. You could relate to our dead grandparents, and you made. In reality, she's just a jerk. Like, how could you do that to me? Because remember, Jake saw his letter because this was given during Gret's boot episode. So they think, yeah, Jake knows what is in his letter. Like, why would he lie now? So during all this, Jake confronts Ria because he knows he's up to something, just like Connor knew with the game. There's been a whole theme where like Ria's been influencing Allie. Like all those elements together, that's why I love this scene a lot.
It's a little heartbreaking to see that, like, you know, Allie finally put a bit of trust in Jake, and then all of a sudden it was taken away. It's like, ugh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
I hate when stuff happens that way. Yeah.
And it's such a thing that's like so personal to her about her grandpa, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that Michael making Allie's grandpa actually relevant to the story twice now is insane. That is like unheard of.
Sick.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. That was a big complaint back in the day.
Marks, you were saying?
I mean, I was just kind of stunned that Ria whipped up that letter so freaking quickly. Like, she had spied on the conversation and just immediately wrote the damn letter? Or was it just like a lucky guess?
For real. The creative writing on that one.
I think she's like, you know, like Batman, it's in her utility belt, like, fake letter.
Yeah.
Like, manipulates whatever. So I'm going to give a very small behind-the-scenes thing. Originally, the way Michael wrote this was, and you can, I'm sure Imer can already kind of piece it together, but the original one was that, like, it would have been like Allie realizing that Jake's grandma isn't actually dead. It'd been like, hello, Sonny, you've been lying about me dying all these years.
Yeah.
There was even a joke where Allie was like, where's the fair play in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did that make it in?
No,
I forget.
No, because we changed it.
Oh, crap.
And we did change it, not because it's like a bad reference, but because like it makes Allie really stupid, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't want that.
Sure.
I also I like the new one, not to cut you off. Because we know Allie watches the season over and over, like to study both seasons to be better. You would know on the phone, Jake's brother told Jake that she died, and you see Jake's genuine reaction. She knows that was not a lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So instead, we made it so that instead of Jake's grandma not actually being dead, we made it so that she's like not supportive of him, so they weren't actually close. Which like hits in a different way, you know. It's not the same as like, oh, you faked your grandma's death, but like it hits in a different way.
Yeah.
It gives agency to all characters. So I think that's like the best way to write it, where all the characters feel like justified in their reactions.
Yeah. So we're gonna skip a few scenes and just the funny cheer thing. I thought that was so funny.
Oh my god, I was so embarrassed. I was
Crystal,
embarrassed
thank
reading
you.
it, but actually watching it, oh my gosh. God. Aiden, why? This is
like
what happens when you give Aiden too much screen time.
He has like 2 lines this episode. He has like 2 lines this episode.
Already too
I
many.
love how Crystal cuts off Aiden. Rivalry continues.
Exactly, yes.
So, around when the challenge starts, there's a part where Allie is talking to Fiori, and Allie pulls out a Minecraft reference to say, hey, we should go deeper into the tunnel because, you know, obviously, I forgot what exactly she said. She said, like, diamonds are clearly, like, negative 64 below ground or something like that. And she goes, and Fiori's like, what the hell is happening? And she's like, it's a Minecraft reference, duh. Which is funny.
Fucking a dork!
Which is funny, but I'm like thinking back and I'm like, wasn't it Forestcraft? Like, what? Like,
yeah, that would have been a much cooler callback. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
I know.
I would have much preferred the
Let
Forest
not make it.
or Shovel
Yeah,
Forge. I mean, like, I don't know if they do that.
It's so jarring.
I just want to point out that negative 64, that reference is like more of a modern Minecraft thing. So Michael clearly plays Minecraft, you know, within the last like 2 years. So that's like interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're calling you out, Michael.
Unless he uses Google. He might use Google, because he did mention that a lot of the alley greetings, he doesn't know the video game, so he like goes on Reddit and he just like sees popular
that
videos.
might be it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's where he got it. But I like to imagine that Michael plays all these games, he just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if that was the
I was
case.
gonna say, I remember it was like 12 blocks. Is that still a thing, though?
12 blocks? What?
Is it like 12 like blocks, like the coordinates? Is still a thing,
No.
or like is that old?
No, they made the deeper, I guess.
Oh,
Hey, did they?
shit, I
That's
did not know about
interesting.
that.
Because it usually goes down to 0, but now it goes down to like negative 100 or something. And Ali says negative 64, so it's a more modern thing that's being referenced.
Okay, so Michael
Oh,
knows
these
more
dorks.
modern Minecraft.
Yeah, and Michael knows modern Minecraft.
Imagine if like Michael didn't know that and he went based off the old information, and then people who actually play Minecraft were like, actually, Allie, you got this wrong. Like, what is this?
Gotta
Sam from
cheer
Total Drama? Like,
Broske. It's Broske coded. Okay. Alright, Jake says, James, why did you help me? James says, I'm doing it for the money. Jake says, but you could have chosen Allie. No, he couldn't have. No, he couldn't have. Allie wasn't available as an option for him.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right.
And does Jake know that? Not really.
Jake doesn't know that, but it's a small
Okay.
plot hole.
Oh.
Allie mentions Minecraft, and Genesis didn't like that because Forestcraft.
Just its competitor.
Okay, here we go. Ria and the plank. Here you go, Tim.
Oh, let me see. Hold up. Let me scroll down. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh my gosh, I I love seeing Yul and Ria together. Like, I've been waiting on this since like the DC2 finale. I think they just make it such an entertaining pair. And to see like Yul actually acting just like so small, and like Ria can just like really make him just do whatever. I love it. Because there's always like discussion about who's the evil one of the two, and like pairing them together was just genius. And I really like in this scene how like Ria actually showed a little bit of like concern for Yul, like Yul of all people. Like, I think that showed like still in this episode there was like a lot of like just like subtle sprinkles of like Ria's humanity still in there somehow. And yeah, I thought that was really funny. And then the performances the voice performances in this was so good too. They just bounced off each other really great. Yeah.
Yeah, so we skip a few
I
scenes
agree.
here and there.
We gotta talk about the funniest part about the Yul and Ria thing. It's like
What?
Yul's at the bottom of the cliff and he's like yelling at Ria demanding orders. Like he just fell so far and he still has his sass at him.
I
know!
know! It's like, I'm fine, by the way. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, so couple of scenes happen. Here's an interesting one. A scorpion comes out, and it's going to attack the people, but all of a sudden, it's going to attack Fiori, but then Jake protects her, I guess. So here you go, Marks.
You're back.
The scene I feel like everybody has needed to really understand Jake as a character, because yes, like he's obnoxious, he's extra, he's got a lot of anxiety riddled within him, but he's still a good person. Like, he's not a horrendously awful person to the point where he's going to let somebody, especially a child, get injured. I think that this was also a great growth for him, especially because Fiori made his life miserable, not only in season 1, but in this season as well. And he's still helping and protecting her. And so that was just like, it's a huge, humongous win for Jake and all of the Jake Nation, because now nobody can be like, Jake's an awful person. Really? Is he an awful person? Because an awful person would have let Fiori die by that scorpion.
Yeah, I love that one too. Those two lines where it's like, you saved Fiori after everything she's done to you, and Jake says, hey, no one deserves to be left behind. Plus, I want you the final two. Which, like, I'm gonna have to take some credit here. I wrote both those lines. But also, like, I just think that encapsulates the whole themes of the season, where it's like, yeah, no one's getting left behind. Jake and Allie, the two, like, most I guess, and Ria as well, the three most detested characters, they're all still here. I feel like Allie got her redemption. It's up to Jake and Ria to decide their fates. So, I love that so much. And, like, yeah, it feels like the power shift is happening, where Fiori is no longer the big dog in town. Now it's Ria. It's pretty great.
Because in Yul's original lines, they were kind of, like, generic. So... Jpeg and I, when we were like proofreading this together, he told me to like add a little bit more spice to his lines. So
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to off yourself on TV, be my guest. I'm so surprised that made it. Oh my god! And these lines were so simple before. It was like, we can't jump across that. Like, Marks would have still ate that, but like. God, we need a little more spice and edge. Yeah. That's all I wanted to say.
No. James is a great confessional where he says like, I guess Raya would be Raya # screen hug, which obviously is a callback to #thirsty. I love little gems like that. It's
yeah.
great.
Live in a world where James gets more than one confessional in All Stars. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Yep, James gets way more lines than Aiden in this episode. It's crazy. We've come so far.
I know. I love it.
So the power goes out. I think there's scorpions and stuff. Some like what even happened? I don't even remember what happens. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think Derek and Trevor shoot some of the scorpions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they get like the darts and they shoot the scorpions and they fall asleep. And he goes like kick them to wake them up.
Jake is unconscious, and James and Allie are trying to like wake him up, and like this scene where Allie's kind of trying to wake him up. I don't know. It reminded me of like the Lion King, where it's like, Dad, wake up!
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
And James like, hey, you go easy on him.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Not funny, but like that was cute.
Yeah.
It's like I love Allie and Jake's like sibling dynamic. Like, I know they fight a lot, and a lot of people who don't have siblings, like Genesis, like might not get it. That's how siblings act. They're always like fighting each other, right?
Right.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
A lot of people say like they're squabbling like siblings, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, but they do care about each other, which is nice.
Yeah.
Where are we even at? I can't
So they're climbing up the mountain. This episode's, weird amount of scenes, but like they're climbing up the mountain, and here, I think, I don't know about you, but like this was probably the best scene of the episode, where Yul's like shirt gets stuck, and Allie has her big "the reason you suck" kind of speech to Ria. I love that.
Yeah.
Ria says, "You don't know what real struggles are. You're a whiny brat who can't get over some silly internet comments. Gret knew it, I knew it, and so does Hunter." that's like her trigger face.
Ooh.
He's like, "No, how dare
It
you?"
was so
Yeah,
good.
when she pulled out the Hunter card, oh.
Making Ria waving the Hunter card in Alley the whole season.
Yeah.
Emer, what is your justification? What, like, Genesis watched a show where one character has one sibling, so he gets...
That was a joke because it's recent.
Okay, fair enough. You were saying, Tam, sorry?
Ooh. I think it was done. I was done. Oh, is this also my scene? Oh yeah, Yul's shirt gets ripped. Oh my god. I thought the whole thing was gonna rip. Oh, whatever. I know. I'm so thirsty.
We were
I
robbed of
can't.
their chests.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get it. Oh my god. Yeah. And that part looked kind of just a little funny in animation. The whole Ria trying to pull Yul out, but that's just, I don't know.
The animation was really smooth this episode. I noticed.
Yeah.
It was like buttery
It was
smooth.
so
I was
good.
like, dang, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Going crazy. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Ellie has a great, like, not one-liner, but like a great thing to Ria. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember you and I spent like quite a while coming up with like what's the best way for her to have her big moment.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, sorry.
But as it turns out, Allie did not get her gems. They're broken.
Oh, that's so that's painful. She did everything right,
Yeah.
and then it was just all because of that. That's
She had
just
to
how it
buy
goes.
money for those extra gems. Didn't afford to get to the final challenge.
For real.
Yeah, so Hunter and Tess try to console her, but she wants to be left alone. So I mean, at least there's still stuff there. There's still stuff going on. So I want to point out,
Right.
we've come a long way since the Hunter Scrat thing.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not gonna end up like that.
It's not gonna scrat. Don't worry.
No.
But yeah, Ria and Jake are the final two. They're officially the final two of the DC All Stars. This is it. After this, it'll be over.
No. Who would have thunk these two?
Who'd have thunk? The most strategic character from DC2 and the most emotional character from DC1.
Oh,
You see that
yeah.
The most lines.
Hey.
During the whole season, they kept getting the most lines.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I mean, that's
Um,
iconic juxtaposition. The most strategic from the most emotional season, and the most emotional from the most strategic season.
Yeah, I love that so much. And I wanted to put this joke. This is like one last inside joke that I really wanted to squeeze in, but didn't make it in. I wanted Ria's last line to say, "I'm so close, I can almost taste it. All that stands in my way is another watermelon." Because like in DC2, she got hit in the face by a watermelon.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I really tried to force that. It didn't make it in, sadly. But
God. Yeah. That
Tam says, "I'm tossing your watermelon ass like a fruit salad."
Oh my god, we had
Last
so
meal of the
much
game,
fun with
watermelon. We were trying to force a watermelon joke to
Yeah.
make it in. But yeah, no. Unless you guys want to talk about the host stuff that we missed, here you
Oh
go.
god.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Tam, do the MVP
Oh, I-
LVP
I
stuff.
could-
Oh, you go. Sorry.
we talk about the host a bit. Okay, so Eric and Trevor are ready to be together. Proposition. Oh,
Yep.
did I miss anything else?
Marks, what are your thoughts on the host plot this episode?
The host plot this episode was cute, but I don't know. I just kind of worry about how they're going to handle for me personally, I thought Trevor's arc and with Derek and understanding now kind of their backstory just based off of just the description of the staff stories episode, it's super cute, obviously. Like, my little gay heart flutters for their little romance. However, it does kind of feel like a little weird to me that all of this is progressing and happening while Derek and Crystal still kind of like, last everybody heard they were making out and going on dates. So you just kind of need a little bit of closure there. We just kind of need a tad bit more closure there. That's my only thoughts.
Derek, ooh.
Trevor had an in-universe slow burn. God damn it.
Oh god.
That's true though. They technically did, but like within the episode seasons, they didn't really have a slow burn.
Time for the last part. We are now going to choose our MVP and LVPs of the episode. So we got, I mean, basically like 6 characters to choose from. Okay. Who wants to go first? I think I.
Who doesn't want to go first? Yeah, you go for it.
I think I got mine. Okay. Oh, so we're starting on the LVP, right? Okay.
Yeah, LVP.
Oh dang, I feel bad for this one. I'm gonna choose Jake as my LVP. Yeah.
What?
I know. After his I feel bad now. The whole conversation in the beginning, like, I feel bad. But I think out of the 3, I think Jake got the least depth in this episode. Wait, that's kind of unfair, because he did get some stuff. Well, but I think it was more so for Allie and her overcoming, that need to be recognized properly and to be a better person. This was her episode. Jake will get his. We'll see. I don't know. I only watched this episode once, but all I can remember of Jake was just like being like laid out and like concussed and trapped in the rocks and stuff. I just remember laughing at that, like, oh my god, this dude is dead.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Tim. I think that, like, while again, there's not many characters to choose from, but I do think Jake was weaker than you'd expect. I mean, like Jake's closest allies, Tom, Miriam, Connor, Ashley. They also don't really talk this episode, so it makes sense. You can tell that. I think most savvy people will be like, yeah, Jake will have his time to shine soon.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm all for it. If Allie can get this episode, then all power to her. Jake and Ria can get the finale.
Right? Yeah.
I loved every character in this episode. Yes, even Yul.
Yay!
But yeah, it has to be Jake. Sorry. Like, Yul was funny. Fiori was a good contrast, and James probably did less than most people are expecting. Honestly, I'm kind of nervous about that.
That is true. Yeah.
But he did say Raya, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's a perfect segue into my LVP. My LVP of the episode is James, just because he didn't do much. He didn't. And listen, I'm not one of those obsessed James fans that, like, James has a twinkle in his eye and everybody fawns over him, and I personally don't get it. And so in this episode, he didn't really do a lot to stand out to me. And I don't know, when he had his confessional of like, oh, I see a lot of myself in Jake, I'm like, didn't you also say that about Yul? Do you just see a lot of yourself in everybody? Is it the narcissistic tendencies? I get that.
I'm perfect, and the remnants of my perfectness.
But yeah, for those reasons, James is going to be my LVP.
I guess I can go first so that Joy can have the guest spotlight. Oh my god, both my LVP and MVP are gonna be basic as hell. Yeah, I'm picking Ria for LVP.
Oh.
Well, because,
Really?
I mean, like, y'all know my criteria. And, yeah, I don't forgive Ria for what she did to the letters. First off, that wasn't good. Nearly stabbing Allie in the eye is another thing. And then...
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
I'm sure, I guess it will be one of those scars that heals by next episode. But anyway, like... Also, getting them like trapped and potentially losing oxygen, DL6 style. Not the best.
Nice. Good reference.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best look. Yeah. Her sister needs to wake up. Anyway.
Dang.
Anyway.
So mean.
You hear that, Isha?
Listen, even if you're a good person inside, if you're doing bad things for a bad motivation, you are a bad person.
Oh god. Isha's like, slay,
but anyway.
girl boss.
How old is Isha? Do we know?
I don't know.
I think it was in the confessional mentioned, like how she's gonna turn 18 and visit.
Oh.
Don't quote me.
Oh. Okay.
Not
Hi,
quote me,
Isha.
though.
Hello, Isha. If you're watching this, Santa Claus doesn't exist. The Tooth Fairy isn't real.
Oh my god!
What?
This is there like
And your sister.
You just ruined it for them.
And your sister is
I'm not
committing a
actually
lot of-
Kai, I just voice him.
Oh.
What?
Sorry.
Oh.
ruining a lot of dreams here. We are.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay,
But yeah,
so,
no. I pick LVP for Ria for that reason.
Yeah.
Joy, do you want to go next?
Sure. I think mine is probably gonna be James, only because I truly don't really remember what he contributed to the episode, if I'm gonna be honest.
He contributed his James voice.
Yeah.
That's all I
said
Did you
got.
hear that? Go Gaga.
He did.
Raya. Oh my god.
He said hashtag screen hog. That was pretty good.
That's all he has to contribute.
The fact that we feel like Yul contributed more positively to the...
Oh, he did.
Oh my god.
Love to gaslight.
I mean, James drank the Jake Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know.
No, you're right. He literally had a Tsundere arc this episode.
Oh my god.
He did.
All right, Imer. LVP, Imer.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Joe was done, so I was like waiting.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, go. All right, I'm gonna piggy back off of Mark
No.
and Joy.
Oh.
I'm gonna say James. I've given James a lot of praise this season. I feel like out of all his episodes, this was his weakest one. That is episode 1.
Well, weaker than episode 1.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I just feel like there's just everyone was on par this episode. Like, Aiden did phenomenal to make every character stand out in some way or shape or form. James didn't really get that because we kind of saw that he was already like warming up to Jake in the motel episode. Just kind of like it's kind of more of like a reminder line at development. It's like, yeah, remember this happened in the motel if you didn't watch it. So for that reason, I feel like James didn't really add much to the ongoing narrative. I have to give him LVP.
But James was their savior. They would have died. He's the Jesus. He's DC Jesus.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's valid.
Jesus.
No, you know what? He's like Peter from Deadpool 3. You know, he brings his positive contribution to the episode is just him existing. You know.
Right, Tam, you're like the biggest James headcanoner. James would like Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
James Christ.
What was that?
Jesus.
I mean, his
Christ.
initials are
James every day.
JC, so I mean, maybe he is Jesus. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Initials are. All right, everyone. MVP, the last part of the podcast. We're gonna say our favorite character for the episode. Who wants to start?
Woohoo.
Oh, I could start. I was not. Alright, so it's pretty simple. I have to give it to Ria. I got all I wanted out
You
of
piece
evil
of
Ria
shit.
this episode.
Let him go.
Okay. I feel like the whole letter scam, that was a genius ploy. She got like been tricking Allie this whole season, and that's like the cherry on
Really?
the top that was beautiful.
Really,
Yes.
Emer?
Is it really a genius
I
ploy?
love Camp.
She did the similar
Genius,
things
but
in the
it's
past
not funny.
episode, messing up the freaking game and pinning it on Jake.
She's not
Like
a
this is
villain.
Like, okay, if Yul did it, you'd be like, no, I hate it, but like, because it's Ria, you're like, oh, I love it, go, queen.
Oh yeah, but, like,
she's
he
just
was
doing the
racist,
same
so-
shit over and over again. It's just...
That's why it's funny, because I told you this before in the start of the season. I don't think Ria has a big playbook in villainous. That's why her insults kind of suck. It's like, that's her character. She's not.
You
a villain.
saged
Right.
that, and yet she made the finale twice. She is the final villain for this trilogy. What do you mean she's not a big villain player?
Just like, all right, continue on. I love the.
Wait, did I just win an argument against Imer?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
You argued me during my MVP.
Oh,
To be
sorry.
fair, I do think it's easy to win against Emer nowadays.
Really? I don't know about that.
His foundations have crumbled. Broskate is
Oh,
a new leader. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
It's so love during the cave. We got this comedy with Yul because they were on the same team and had a lot of like opposite agendas. So to get them back here one last time was really good. I think also Ria once again that spotlight where she's like, "Should I go save?" I was gonna go save, but once again, it's a kind of a callback to episode 6 where Ria was gonna do something good, but then some other villain force brought her back. So like that was Alec in 6, and now in episode 20. I thought that was a really good callback that way. And then it's just like I love how she enters in. She's like, "All right, time to beat up Jake." That's her final confessional. She's like, "It's easy back for Jake," because she doesn't really know Jake. It doesn't hurt like giving her false opinions on him. Yeah, that's why I love Ria, because I feel like it was just a great ending on this run. I'm sure that's gonna back soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna keep it brief because I want y'all to talk about it more than me.
Ooh.
Allie. I think that like Allie had the record this episode with 60 lines. I think she had 60 plus lines, which is the most ever. I think like the next closest is like Jake at like 45 in like some other episode, but like
Yeah.
this really was the Allie episode, so much so that I feel like the other two finalists, Jake and Ria, feel smaller by comparison. Obviously, episode 21 is for them, right? But
Right.
but you know, I don't know. She had such a big presence this episode. She had a whole mini episodic arc where it was like you know, learning to forgive Jake really ties in the whole season. There's the Hunter stuff which didn't get too much focus, but you know, you can tell that it'll happen later.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Allie, she was great this episode. I loved her speech.
Yeah, and I love like how it's taking time for her arc still to cook. I like how she didn't like come to terms with it so quick. I hate when arcs are done
And
like
frankly, I cannot blame her. I
Yeah.
really cannot.
that. Right? Oh my god.
She
That's
just lost
crushing.
3 million because she forgot her diamonds because of a
Yeah.
hole in her backpack.
Yeah. Oh god.
That I'm pretty sure Ria put, but I don't even know for sure, honestly.
I
need to
think
watch
when
that
Ria
back.
threw the rock at her, it broke the hole.
Oh
Yeah.
god!
Oh, that's
Dang
bad.
it! You're probably right!
Mm.
Ah!
And Ria put it out. She's like, "I saw that happen, but I didn't tell you because I was banking on it."
Dang.
Like I said, evil Ria.
Right.
I mean, I guess, again, I don't think she was that elevated compared to DC2. That's, like, one of my big complaints with this episode. Not big, but, like, you know.
Yeah, nothing beats Aiden off the cliff.
Yeah, exactly!
Yeah.
I wanted something more sadistic than that. Like, I really wanted Ria to go incredibly, like, full on, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a fair pick, Emer. I'm just messing with but yeah.
I joke around too.
I guess, okay. I love Allie. Should I be obvious and pick Allie? I mean, I'm not gonna do a joke one, but like, should I pick Allie? Because there's another one on my mind that I kind of want to do.
Ooh, I'm curious.
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give. Oh no. Oh brother. I'm gonna give my MVP to Trevor.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think
Fine.
I think he did a great job this episode. I think he he did a great job reconciling things with oh my god, with Derek. I loved the whole thing that was going on between him and Emily. I thought that was really interesting. I love how he teamed up with Derek to save the show that he was initially gonna be fired from. He was actually like the real hero. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that because Allie was like a G, but like I don't know. He was the second hero here. Like when you really think about everything that he did, which is also really funny given that he was one of the evil people doing bad things like killing animals in the first season.
Oh, man. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Remember that.
Oh my god, it's so interesting seeing how far these characters have come, and I'm very happy with it. But I think Trevor is one of the biggest examples of it. Bless his heart. And yeah.
Oh, that's a unique pick.
Mm-hmm.
I see it though. Yeah, they were cute.
You haven't done yours yet, Tam. What's yours?
Oh
I'm
my
curious.
god.
Is it going to be? You know what? If you pick it, I won't blame you.
Really?
I mean, like he was good this
Honestly, that was a
episode.
good
He
episode of
was.
them.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
amazing. I love them. Before.
Don't do it. Don't do
Man.
it.
Okay, I'm not, it's like adjacent though. I'm gonna pick Ria as my MVP. Yeah.
Okay.
What? But also Yul as it's a duo. They were. I mean, she was just a favorite to watch. Like, I love her villainy, but like, also seeing like the desperation and the climax of her like emotional journey getting here and seeing her almost crack a few times. It was great.
I would honestly rather you have picked you.
Yeah! Oh my god! No! Should I switch? Should I switch?
Might as well. I mean, it's your second to last opportunity. Might as well go for it.
Oh,
You
really?
can go for it. Honestly.
Wait, really?
go for
You guys will let me?
Yep, go for it. Why
Hey,
not?
you can
Oh
go
my
if you want to.
Okay, this.
Do
Fine.
your
Okay.
hard go.
If you really feel this way, Tam, like you absolutely can. It's better than Ria.
I'll defend
It's
them
better
this
than Ria. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it's Yul. Yeah, seeing him, he's iconic.
Alright.
He's iconic, and I loved actually like even getting to like add a few lines for him. And like. I love seeing him get smacked around. It was funny. I relished in that. Yeah, I think Yul was like he this is why he belongs in the finales. He's so great. He's so entertaining, and that's what I look for. Like I love like all like the finalists, like, but like by now it's like yeah, I get the gist of your problems. Whatever, go to therapy. Like honestly, go to therapy.
That's
Really speak
crazy.
Honestly,
Oh
they're
my
like
God.
on TV. There's like these TV shows for therapy, like Dr. Phil. They can go there.
Yeah, literally. That's their next stop.
It's like your website for their cake.
No way.
Oh, Kitty soft paws now? Finally, you need therapy. Oh my god. Y'all are crazy for that. Oh shoot.
One fame and they can get therapy at the same time. It's like double their
Exactly.
work for their hours.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh shoot.
Oh god. Yeah, at this point.
All right,
no.
Marks.
Oh.
Oh, I just want to say my ironic and like my joke MVP is Emily because this episode would not have been good without her. Those scorpions literally made the entire final challenge good. Otherwise, they were just going to hunt for some dumbass diamonds in some mine.
Honestly,
Oh.
Marks, I kind of agree with you on that. So that's based. Like I was
It's
actually
true.
considering Emily too.
Literally.
But my real MVP is Yul. Like, it just is Yul because, you know, there's not many episodes that Yul goes without saying something problematic. And this one, he didn't really say anything too problematic.
Oh,
So I feel like that's a big win. But ultimately, and something I've been waiting to point out is I just love foreshadowing. And in episode 1 of this season, Ria said, and I quote, "I would have won had I picked Yul as a helper." And what place did she get in this portion of the finale with Yul as a helper? First.
Period.
First.
Period.
Think of that.
So keep respect on Yul's name. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Slay.
It matters.
Oh man.
God, that's the
Hot
real
take, I
lesson.
actually think Emily was a much more interesting villain in this episode than Ria was.
Ooh. Mhm.
I fully stand by that. Because Emily's motivations were a lot more interesting, you know? Like,
Yeah.
she got fired from the show, she wants revenge because money is money isn't, money is tight.
Right.
It makes sense. It's interesting. It's cool. Ria's just, I'm doing the same shit as last season.
Hey, I want to ask you this though. This is my counter question, Genesis.
Go on.
This whole goes to get revenge on Crystal. Where's Crystal in a revenge plot? I don't see Crystal right now. I don't see her in the caves. What is she doing?
Does have to be on screen all the time for the revenge to be a thing? I mean, she definitely caused chaos for the game.
She just
Oh,
boosted
yeah.
ratings, though. She
If those
boosted
people in the
ratings.
cave had died, that show would be gone. It would be over. It would be poofed out of existence.
I feel like though, I wish like you see like how Crystal cracks and how she wants to leave the show. I feel like if Emily's the person like who like gives anonymous emails something like that to make Crystal snap, that would have been interesting at least because at least it would show Emily's after Crystal. Like,
I mean, yeah, no, I can't say that Emily couldn't have done more interesting things. But I mean, she certainly passed that bar better than Ria did. I'm just saying.
okay.
Because, like, really, like, I don't know. What did Ria do that she hadn't done the previous episodes? Exactly. Anyway.
Nice. All right. What a way to. Sorry.
Who didn't do MVP? Did Joy do MVP? Who?
No, I didn't yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Take it away, Joy.
I guess I'm biased. Because mine is Allie.
Oh, you're totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are right. Like, it was like her time to shine, and I felt like she really did. And it was like such a good conclusion to her entire arc this season. And I just think she it just showed how much she's grown as a person. And yeah, I think she did a lot. And I'm really happy. Like, it's sad that she didn't win, but I'm happy with how her story ended.
Aww. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
That
like,
is
obviously
lovely.
we're always going to be biased for our character in some way, shape, or form, but if there's any episode anyone should pick MVP for, it's this episode. I say that having not picked, but I would have if it wasn't the obvious one. Like, if there's any episode to give the MVP to Allie for, it is 100% this one. She was so good this episode. Really great.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it was her last. Because she was the one I wanted the
Her
most to
last-
win.
Well, it's not her last episode. It's just her
No.
last episode in the game.
Right, that's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. But yeah, no. She was great this episode. I hope they resolve that arc in episode 21 because I'm actually really invested in that arc. A lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the sad news for us is that we gotta wait 11 days for episode 21.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a fair
Everyone else
point.
only gets 7, but we got 11.
It's okay.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
At least we
No,
get
'cause
the
we
benefit.
got it 5 days early, so we're getting episode 21 11 days later.
Oh yeah. Oh,
we
true,
gotta.
true, true.
12 days later. Can't do math.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
Here comes
thank you so much, everyone, for watching the penultimate episode of the DC Dispatch. Thank you, Joy, for being our very final new guest on the show. Sorry, Jace, you'll get the spinoff. Thank you so much.
Poor James.
It's really an honor to have you, because I know you haven't been too active with the other members of the community, but it was so great to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much
Thank
again for having me. This was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is very easy, no pressure stuff. So I'm happy you really stuck with it and you really had fun with it.
Yeah.
You're
This is
awesome.
our shortest episode. My recording's not even 2 hours. It's great.
Oh
I love
my
it.
god.
Yeah. That is
This
right.
was really
hours.
organized. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by how organized this was.
I mean,
Yeah.
not you leaving for 20 minutes, but I mean, other than that.
Okay, aside from that, I talked more than my fair share this episode. I think I redeemed myself in some.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys in the finale. See you guys in the
I
final
was eating
episode of the DC Dispatch. The very final episode. It's coming soon.
Let's go.
Someone say funny line.
Say a
Someone say funny
line.
line.
I ate German chocolate cake. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Our ending funny lines are just getting worse and worse.
Yeah.